Good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday. That means it is House Tours Day again. This week is Exiles' turn. Let me just pop out a tweet to let folks know that we are touring today. Okay, before we get started, a few announcements. One, as usual, Wednesday is maintenance day most of the time, and today's no different. We're expecting that, let's see, it's 4 a.m. PDT time, 1 p.m. CET time, which is a few hours away. So we should be good for the tour show today. I think it said it's supposed to be down for about 5.5 hours or so. So if you're wanting to get some playtime in and don't want to miss out on this morning, just get off the stream and go play, and you can watch this later. It's no biggie. As well, Z's reloaded decor document that some of you may have been using. I know I use it quite a bit. It's linked in the resources section on my Twitch channel page. It's basically a listing of all of the vendor items from reputation vendors. Once the reloaded thing hit, a lot of the challenges and stuff with the whole system changing, they put a lot of the challenge decor straight onto the vendor decor that was in the same area that the challenge used to be. And what that meant is we've got a mixture of decor on reputation vendors that are both bind on pickup, and then others that aren't. The ones that aren't typically are the ones that used to be available through the challenges, the open world challenges. Something that Z has updated is now all of the bind on pickup items are marked in red. That kind of gives you a heads up before you go venture off to the vendor, like on an alt, for example, of whether or not that alt will be able to share it with someone else, or if you have to actually pick it up with the character that you want it on. So it's kind of like a lot of the plushies, like the carrot plushie and stuff like that. You have to pick up with the character that you want to put it on, so that it works, since it's bind on pickup and everything. Morning, Bucky. Glad you could join us. That's Bucky with a B for Ducky that might be looking later. And the last announcement is Fadefest is on May 22nd, I believe. And while that is an entity organized event and not something for those of us that are on EU, unless we happen to have entity characters, which is very possible. I did want to mention it because they are hosting a special housing competition. It's called House Flip Extreme, and basically what it is they give you 2 hours. They will tell you the theme that you'll be building towards when the competition starts. Then they give you 2 hours, and you can either build it on your own plot, an alt's plot, or the host's plot as a roommate. And then they judge everyone's builds at the end of the 2 hours. Morning, Bones, and Cross as well. Thank you guys for joining. From what I've read, you can use KBT sets, if you use Katia's add-on, but of course, it has to match the theme, whatever it is. So I guess maybe if you want to try and get a head start, you could just kind of guess what maybe the theme might be. I have no idea how beneficial that might be or whatever, but maybe if something that you've already built somewhere else will work for the theme, then you could go quickly grab the set and then bring it over and show them or something like that. I don't know. But the details you can find in the actual housing subforum on the official forums. It's entitled House Flip Extreme Entity Exile, and of course it's noted that it's during Fadefest. So Oh, hi Bones, and sorry to hear about the internet loss. That's I think I would probably panic if I didn't have access, which I'm sure you're not having a good morning either. Hey Tiki, glad you could join us. Okay, so that's the three main announcements is one, the maintenance, two, the reloaded decor document has been updated to indicate which items are actually bind on pickup. They're marked in red. And of course, Chestnut has, as part of the group organizing the Thade Fest, has announced some of the more details over the house competition that they're doing there. I'm going to try and make it. I won't be participating or anything, but I probably will try and sneak in and at least have a look at how the events go and everything like that. But anyway, so on to the tours. Our first stop is, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, Shemfala Aurora's house. It's called Crystal Mountain Cave. Now, they gave me a tour a little while back when they were finished, and I'm probably going to forget everything that they showed me. So there's bound to be some things that I'm going to miss. Hopefully not, but maybe they will pop in and point out the things that I do miss in the event of, just so that, you know, because they're kind of hiding out underneath the little portal thing, just in case. But yeah, you can see it's a cave type thing. It's got like the pillars. It almost reminds me of like um, Morius mines or something, the Moria mines, but with an orangey kind of flare to it. It's just a lot of blue and sparkles and glowy bits. And this will be one of those examples where you will see where the stones sometimes kind of play around with the camera because of how the stones work. You can see these are those new torches, and they've just added a little, like a holder, just simple little bit with some metal edged 2x4s. But as we go through, you may see my camera zoom out because the rocks aren't considered solid in a lot of cases. That's the only downfall to using them for a cave type thing, the camera. If you're someone like me that plays with the camera zoomed out, you'll notice it more. If you tend to keep your camera zoomed in, then it probably won't even affect you. So I'm sure there's a particular order that I'm supposed to go in, but I have no idea if I'm going to follow the right route. So hopefully don't get lost in here. I've always admired those that can get these cave builds done, because I feel like it takes a lot of planning to know the route and have them all connected properly and not have any kind of a lot of dead ends and places where people can get stuck or fall through where you don't want them to, that kind of thing. So it's always interesting to see how these are put together. But you can see there's lots of stones, and I think it's just the gray stones. Nice pop of color there. Let's see, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go from here. Maybe up? Because these look like steps to me. I can't even remember offhand if they're supposed to be an interior home. I assume so, so we're going to hunt for that. But and I love these candles. These are some of those from the Arcterra zone. This is the Ice Frost version. I think there's another version somewhere. They're very pretty. And I like that they're not like the ritual candles where they are like super bright and they pulsate. These are a lot, in fact, it hardly looks like they give off any light at all, but they're so pretty. I like the look of it. think that was it for this little spot. Let's go over here. Just a little hangout. Let's see. I don't know if I'm supposed to go in the water or not. Let's just go check it out. Again, you can see the water looks great from, oh wait. Paul is giving me instructions here. I'm supposed to go where? At the crossing. Is that deeper inside? See, I'm gonna get lost again. Okay, so this is where we come in. Oh, I'm supposed to go this way, I think. Ah, yes, the crystal cave, I think. The mines. Nice use of these. I actually got a couple of these Loftite boxes and never used them. I like that you've got them anchored with the little metal edge cubes. What's down here? It just keeps going and going. Ah, yeah. I remember this part. It's just tons and tons of different kinds of crystals. It's the crystal formations, the purple and the blue, and then there's the buoyant ones. I'm not sure what the red ones are called. They're really pretty sight though. Okay, let me see if I find my way back. See how my camera kind of sinks into the stone? It's my only annoyance with them. I don't think there was anything else up here. Maybe there was. Great use of the welders too. Again, I've collected all of the ones that I've been getting. And hey Faye, good morning. Glad you could join us. And I still have yet to use them, but I've seen people use them in fun, clever ways. I saw one actually just use the animation for a terraforming project. They're usually repair guys. They're great for like cityscapes and spaceports and stuff. Okay, I'm really just, look at that, all those crystals. Just look around up here. Because I know they like to add little nooks and crannies and put things in there, and don't want to miss anything. Everyone's really getting good at adding a lot of not space, but it makes it look so spacious because they're learning how to build more than just, unlike me, I just stay on the flat, you know, the surface. I don't do a lot of like levels, but folks are really, you know, making you go up and down, and it just adds so much. What is, oh look, he's transporting. Like lifting up the containers once they've been filled with all the goods. Either that or they're dropping them off. Guess it could be either or. I don't remember this part. the last time I was here. Little snack table for the workers. Whoops, just fell right down there. I like that idea though. I've seen a few others use their ships and stuff. That's another thing I don't use a lot of is the ships that you get from like the not only the little toy models but the ones from the ship hands. I've been naughty and just selling a bunch of them. I don't learn them anymore because I don't have room because they're soul bound and I only get them on the one character and it's like, well, she doesn't do the space stuff, so I don't really have a purpose for them. Okay, I already checked out over there. Let's see what's on this side. Excuse me. And speaking of the cough, thank you guys for the well wishes and everything. Because yesterday I didn't stream. I had a horrible headache, and I think it was mostly to do with sinuses and things. I was just having a lot of trouble with a lot of sneezing and coughing and other things that we don't need to describe. Let's see, I'm guessing that there's like a different kind of crystal inside a crystal to give that a little effect or something. I'm not sure. So for anyone looking to do some kind of little mining project, this is some good ideas using the boardwalks and the crystals. There's something behind here. Oh wow, I snuck out. Probably gonna get lost out here now. There's those candles again. I love those things. There's a pretty little pond. Looks like the, oh, I don't know, was it Shardspire fab kit, the one that gives you the floaty effect? This is a real pretty item. I've only gotten a hold of one of those, and I'm afraid to use it because I don't know where to put it. It's that, was it Celestial Root, I think? I like the bamboo bits, the leafy stalks being used as like water foliage. Getting nosy, getting out in here. I'm probably not supposed to really come out here, but I want to see this waterfall really good. Oh look, there is some stuff back here. I found treasure. See how the thing disappears? It's my camera. I don't know why it does that. It's just the way the rock is made. It's not solid. Kind of ruins the effect, doesn't it? See, it's doing it with that top bit as well. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So got the secret goodies behind the waterfall. Look how many waterfall pieces are here. That's just... But that's, you know, you have to patch them together like that to get it to look smooth and everything. Hey, Poi, glad you could join us. I hope it stays working for you. Okay, anything else out here? This looks like it's one of the, is it taurine? Looks like those taurine pieces, this bit. I don't know why. I think it's because of these little nubbins. Whoops, whoa, I forgot I had the jumpy stuff. Again, you don't have to blend in your fab kits every time. This fits nicely just as it is, but others like to kind of build around it, build it up a bit. I like that they've added the grass. It gives it a little bit more differentiation between the trimmed grass and the other. Notice they could have, it looks like there's no, I don't know if this is because it's lifted and they've had to add grass themselves, but if you don't like the clutter that comes with your property, this is another way of doing it, even if it's just perfectly flat ground level and not raised. Um, this works really nice in kind of defining your paths better. So it's like a nice little trimmed area for the path, and then it's overgrown there. I like that. I like that stuffs. Excuse me. Okay, so that one leads to the garden. I'm going to follow this path around here. Then we have this little secret door. These things sometimes are super hard to see, depending on how one puts them together. I've gotten to where I kind of like look for them on purpose, but it's not always guaranteed that I spot them. See, like I almost missed this one. Oh wow, I like that. I don't know what they're using for the thing here. I imagine it's one of the new bits. Is that one of the oh, Macari bits? I think I saw some symbols on one of those. Because these look like the new Macari. Yeah, it's the lamps. Just looks pretty freaky with that flashing like that. And I think this comes from a ray drop. I'm not really positive though. Macari table, the side of it. I thought that's what it was. I've only looked at them from previews mostly. And hey, Maddie, glad you could join us. And anyone else that happens to be lurking, I don't mean to miss anyone when they join, but let's see. This way we came, I think. This just leads to the waterfalls again. Notice they're using the same stones as not only for the cave parts, but for the path as well. A lot of these, I just wonder out of curiosity how many stones they use for this, the gray stones. Okay, so I think this is the way we came in from the entrance. Am I right? Yes, it appears to be. And this was the crystal cave part, and this leads to the little river with the boat. Okay. Go this way then, I guess. Just pretend I'm swimming. Guess I missed this somewhere. There's like an entrance over here. I guess this is the green stones. We've seen the blue and the red. Now we're getting some green stuff. Sunfall is probably going, no, not that way. I'll meet you at the the boat, I guess. See, I'm getting us all lost. Where do you want me to meet? At the boat? This is why I mentioned I was going to be touring here, because I know places like this are like a maze. Oh gosh. No, not the jumping challenge, because I'm horrible at those. You guys know that. I'm just gonna stay in one place and wait. I don't know where I'm at. I want to climb the stairs though, or the ramps or whatever you'll call them. I'm at the boat. Lead on, because I'm bound to get us lost and go the wrong way. Don't fall as excited. Yay, we were going up the ramps. I like ramps. They're easy for me. I don't have to jump. What the? Got a little excited there and fell off. I know there's a sneaky spot somewhere around here. And that's one of those meteors there in the center for those who don't recognize it. Oh gosh. Ugh, I knew I was gonna fall. I have to have help. I'm there. Yep, this is a view of the sky. Yep, if I remember. You have the one little spot where you can look outside. It's a really pretty view as well. Notice obsidian stones in here. Obsidian and the meteors. I guess it's supposed to be the meteor crashed through and broke through the cavern, I think is the idea, that it crashed. If I recall correctly. Which is a fun idea. We've seen that kind of in the past with a space station that we visited once, where it had been bombarded with meteors and crashed through the walls and everything. And overtaken by mushrooms here. Okay, this is deja vu a little bit. I must have missed something down here. Maybe I was supposed to go all the way to the top. That must have been it. Oh, I'm getting dizzy going around and around. Oh. Oops. Almost ran into the wall there. Oh, not the jumping one. I hope not. Because I'm never gonna make it up there. Oh goodness. Oh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Where are we going? Oh boy. Okay. Oh, almost missed. It helps to have a guide. See, I would have never thought to come up here because I just don't do the jumping stuff. I like the little campsite though. Got their bloomers hanging out. Notice these are the stepping stones from Starcom Basin, and it's got some of the swirly rocks. So it's not just the gray stones. There's a mixture of this and that. And this is one of those new items, I think. Forget what it's called. Is this a Brooka's Bridge? Brooka, or I don't know what it's called. This is one of those hard to get items, I think. Look how fancy that thing is. All the intricate ropes and pulleys and stuff. That's not cheap. Were you just lucky to have it drop? There's another little campsite. Even got his little suitcase there. What's back here? Just some hoogles. Yeah, Brooka's Ridge. I've only seen it once on the auction house. Look at this. You got several of them. Wow. No wonder there's none on the AH anymore. Somebody bought them all up. And it was for like, I don't know how much plat. I was like, I'll just use the regular rope bridges from the vendor. I'm too cheap. They look really nice though. For a long while, people thought that they weren't even in game because they were so rare. Wow, you got lucky then. I didn't know they were a world the boss drops. I thought they came from like a raid or something. That's good to know. Maybe when the next boss event, I'll actually try and be around for some groups. It's just I have bad timing. Usually when I'm online, ready to do some stuff, no groups are forming. Here's a nice little Hoogle shrine. The only thing I don't like about interactables, they got that green that lights up and kind of ruins the shots. You have to kind of turn away so it's not lit up. So pretty though. Yeah, Maddie, that's a good tip. Night sky helps blend all the because it does. It looks all the same color. 'Cause these I think are more of a light gray, but they look kind of dark purple here. Really nice shot of below as well. Some more sky shot there. Oh boy, more jumping. No. Oof. Oh. Ooh. See, it's not easy for me. Oh my gosh. Can't even make a simple jump. Ugh. Okay, up to the one rock. I keep hitting that one with my head. Where'd you go that time? Okay, up over there. You guys are so into torturing me. No. Oh! I fell down all the way. Oh my gosh. I warned you, I'm really bad at this. Ah, jeez. Easy, you say. Not easy. For a klutz like me. I'm like this in real life too. I'm like horrible. Try it again. Oof. Hey Zodi, glad you could join us. Okay, where am I going? That one, I think. Oof. And then, oh my gosh. Ugh. Give me a heart attack. I'm all like, I think I've beaten it like once, maybe twice, um, to try and get the plushie, but I am so thankful that that's now purchasable from the vendor that I don't have to worry about it because I'm horrible at that. A lovely view though. Worth it if you can manage it, but definitely not something I'm good at. But those that have seen my show before know that I'm horrible at jumping. Just simple little bits, and I'll probably pay for that later because we have another one that's got some jumping involved. And it's embarrassing, but I'm like those platforming games and stuff. And I tried Guild Wars 2 for a little bit, and they have all of those jumping puzzles. It's just a nightmare for me because I get so anxious about it, and it just stresses me too much. Uh, my husband says because of that, he's amazed that I've ever raided or anything because a lot of that requires coordination, which I am horrible at, and yet I'm able to raid a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm like a good raider. I do. Hey, Benny, glad you could join us. Okay, so where else do we need to go? I'm assuming as long as I have this buff, I can go all the way down from there. Show me where to go because I'm going to get lost again. I just know it. Hey, there's the Hoogle Shrine down there. Too bad we can't use these as elevators. That would be cool. Just ride the rock up and down the floors. Is there no bunker house or anything? I thought there was. Because if there is, I completely missed that. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Ugh. Honk. I'm here. Yeah, I remember going in there. Okay, so it doesn't have a bunker house. All right, then. I appreciate you showing us around. It helped a lot, especially with the jumping, because I don't think I would have figured out what stones to go on, because I always do that horribly. Okay, so that was Shamfala Aurora's Crystal Mountain Cave, and we're off to the next plot, which is, let me get this. Oh my gosh. This is, and I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, Danraluca Dusterstrunk's plot. It's called Macalania Gorge RP. Now, I believe we've toured a place that had Macalania in the name previously, but this one doesn't look like anything I've visited before. So, and of course, the full name, the Danraluca, I'm confident is not. I really like how they've disguised most of the teleporter pad. You can see they left this one open for dunces like myself that just kind of walk over this stuff. Even though I see all this flashing, I tend to walk over it if I don't see the little blue marker. But they found some fun ways to hide the rest of it using these desert plants and the barnacle weeds that are upside down, the chocolate rocks, what I call them. So they even hid the vendor and everything, which is interesting. Not most people will leave him exposed, or her. I can't even remember if it's a girl or guy, but the vendor is usually left untouched. But I really like the way they've managed to box this all in, make it look different. Again, they're also using a lot of the gray stones you can see for the steps and a lot of the walls. It might actually be the sandstones. It's kind of hard to tell in the light here, but this looks more like sandstone to me because of that. I'm not sure where exactly all I'm supposed to go, so we're just going to wander around and hope we hit everything. So we go up the stairs. First off, you come across this little I don't know if they're supposed to be like a quest giver or a guide, um, somebody that's waiting for the bus. Who knows what it is? But got a water trough and some feeding hay for your mounts, I guess. We can plop them down. Notice they're using the snowy hills for their elevations. You can always tell that with the little puffs of white going around. If you don't see the puffs, but you know it's a raised part, then more than likely it's the upside down massive umbrella tree. But lots of nice use of all of the different foliage here. You've got the bulberry bushes, um, the hedges, the bramble hedges. You've got the overgrowth. You've got the teal flowers, different kinds of grasses even, which is something I very rarely use, is just the regular grasses, and it's nice to see people actually find a good place for them. You got the ferns, even those weird little purple tree things. Usually they're like huge, and shrinking them down and putting them in the water makes it look nice. Let's go up this way first, I guess, since I see more stairs. The only thing, I think a lot of people would love the honeycomb barrier to be invisible if you get close to it. Just slightly annoying that it shows up when you get really, really up on it. So here's a nice little on the hill type of house. Got books for the roof, little porthole window for the skylight there, and the pointed oran pillar there for, I guess, like a chimney kind of effect. Most of the wall is made out of, I think it's oran pillars, and then the oran walls to fill in the little bits that they want. It gives it a nice design. Notice using these thick books as the roofing kind of helps hide any bits. I'm sure they just use squares here instead of using actual triangles, but it looks like the triangle pieces just because of the way it's sandwiched together, which is really nice. Hey, Meatiston. Yep, I think most of us are pretty aware it's been spamming, filling my Twitter feed for quite a while now. I haven't pre-ordered it myself yet. I'm kind of waiting a little bit. I haven't even actually gone to the site, but definitely worth it, I think. Again, as said in the video that was accompanying it, I'm one of those that tends to leave the music on. I have it down while I'm streaming, just so that I'm not distracted by it, but when I'm playing, it's usually on, and that's not the case in the rest of my games. Yeah, I probably shouldn't venture too far off before we look inside the house, because I'm going to get lost again. So for the little plant here, they're just using a feeding trough, an empty one, as like a little planter. Looks like they're maybe getting ready to put some dirt in. Notice the door, they just left it flat, so when you open it, you notice that it's not flat. Just one of those things. Got a nice little kitchen here. You're wondering how they're making this gorgeous little striped sign. That's the bottom or back of the cellar entrance. We saw it kind of on the arcade game that I was building earlier in the week. And I don't know what the trim is. I think it's just a hover park piece there. But it has that nice, pretty pattern. Whenever new items come out, most of us just turn them, flip them, look at them from all sides, because you never know what kind of weird pattern or color you might find. Seeing what else here. I like the little chair here. It's just basically kind of a built into the wall. So it's got pillars for the footing and an oran floor for the seat part, and then just toss some cushions on it. In here, looks like the bathroom. Using the bottom of a trough, feeding trough, for like the lid to the toilet. And then you've got the little pulley for the flusher, just a hammer stuck on a chain. Again, hover part pieces for a lot of the main parts. For the shower head, it looks to be a hammer and one of those metal bowls. The handles are, of course, everyone's favorite, the Chua cups, and then a red main vent for the drain. For the rug, that's just the top of the table. It's the same one that's out here, and they've just sunk it down into the floor to make it look like a rug, which is a cute idea. Okay, Bones, have fun with the meeting. Notice they don't put any like extra shelves or handles and everything. It's not completely necessary, especially if you've got a tight budget on your decor count. You can leave little details like that off, and it still works clearly. But if you have the decor count available, adding those extra little bits goes a long way. Same way in the kitchen, they didn't have any handles for doors and stuff there, but it really doesn't detract. It just would be something added. The fireplace, of course, is just a small campfire with different types of oran parts. You've got the dome down here, cylinder, and the curved walls to build it up. The table is basically just hover part pieces. It's a nice, simple idea there. Same way with the couches. Again, hover part pieces to build up the blocky side arms and the backing, and just thrown in some green pillows for the cushions. Really cute design. It's fun that people can use the same parts but always make them the arrangement different and interesting. I like how they're able to utilize every little bit of space. They just build in, you know, they had this odd little corner. Well, just slap in a little shelf and you've got a nice place for your drinks and things. Here's the bedroom. So you've got this nice homemade round bed, basically one of those oran bookshelves, it looks like. So it's got that woody look. This is someone else's home. On Wednesday, I tour other people's homes. On other days, I mess around with my own projects. So this is Dan Reluca Duster Strunk's house. And these are all on Jabbit-EU. All of the homes I visit are public as of me visiting them. Sometimes they go private afterwards to do renovations or to change their theme, but typically if I tour them, you can go and visit them yourself as well. I don't tend to tour private homes because it feels kind of cruel to be able to show them and then say, well, you can't actually see it up close if you want to. But yeah, the bed is basically this piece here, just laid down and sunk into the floor a bit, because you can see the legs right here on the front. Turned into a bed. See, your headboard is basically the shelving where you can put your glasses, your reading book, and then the round purple star pillow for the cushion, for the mattress. Okay, what else is in here? Anything? The construction of the house itself, with all of these pillars and wall pieces, really helps. It's not only decorative for the outside, but it's decorative on the interior as well. So that's their little house on a hill, overlooking the little river thing. So let's go through the cobwebs to this little hidden area we saw. Find out where it goes. Just look at how they've built up this little landscape. I'm so I admire those that can really pull these out really nice. Because I have trouble with the landscape, and I tend to leave my plots flat because I have no imagination as far as making things look natural. I think I do it too much like a garden where everything's like, you know, straight and lined up perfectly. And when it becomes something that you want to look at, make it look natural, you can't do that. You have to just kind of, and I just don't have that knack for that. So you can see again, they're using the snowy hills for these different elevations. Same way here. They're just cleverly hiding the edges of it with different stones and trees and grasses and things to kind of help blend it in so that it looks like a hill. Now, we do have the Protostar Insta Hills, but you know, a lot of people don't have the Omnibits or the Incoin to spend or don't want to spend them on that. So the snowy hills are still an option depending on how you use them. The Insta hills are probably really quick and easy, and you don't have to worry so much about hiding a bunch of stuff. But you can see that they're still very viable. Welcome back, Bones. That was a short meeting. Okay. Wonder if I'm supposed to go through here. Doesn't look like it. Maybe. Just getting stuck. This looks like I'm supposed to go up it. See, look, just more elevations. This adds a lot of interest to the landscape here. Oh wow, isn't this nice? Looks like we've come upon a stone tower of some sort. I'm gonna get a shot of the landscape here. Get my big old head out of the way. Everything you see has been added in painstakingly, carefully. A lot of thought's gone into it. And that's true of all of the plots that we visit. It's just sometimes I think, especially those that aren't really familiar with how the housing system works, they don't appreciate all of the time and effort put into it. A lot of them think, oh, it just comes like that. It's like, no, 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 it doesn't come like that. So here we have like some kind of a stone tower. Let me go on the outside here. Maybe get a better shot from this side. Go up a little higher. There we go. So you can see, again, it's built from scratch using the, I guess it's the gray ones. It might be the sandstone. It's one of those new rocks. Some have left a gap. There's a few that's got some bits of solid in there, capped with, it looks like triangle pieces of the Exile of Persuasion. For the flooring, that's just an Orin landing pad. I like how they're using the Draken pillars, not the Draken, the Granite ones, as like supports for this. But look at how many stones. It's just unreal. It's like the plot previously. There's just so many stones. I think this one is a Draken training pillar for the center beam here. I don't know if we're supposed to go up this to get to the second level. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better here. Might be an unfinished part, but still. How crazy is that? Be a nice little clubhouse. It could be a meeting place. Maybe it's a wizard's tower or something. Who knows? Can't get up to the top one, but trying to show what it looks like inside there. It's a really fun idea. Of course, this like little door type of thing, that's just one of those dividers. Continue up this little path here. I think this is one that was suggested, I want to say, by either Maddie or Lay. I think it was Maddie. There's a little creepy little skeech area. Which I appreciate. I let them know that, you know, I do a lot of my own random touring when I get a chance, but sometimes, okay, that's disturbing. Does that actually come with that in there? I guess so, because it doesn't look like it's got all those extra little bits. Is that the taurine forge? I never noticed it had the nacho cheese in there. And I guess this is the anvil. That's pretty creepy. Here's that little cave, like the Pumera cave. Someone's using it as a little house type of thing. Yeah, Maddie, when you gave me the name, I thought, when I came on and saw the name of the plot, yeah, I remember there's a Macaroni one, but I think it's one where there's like, it looks to me like a guild house on a hill. They've got it built into the wall. So it's probably the same person, and they just like using the same um, identifier. Um, I know a lot of people like to do that to connect their plots, especially those that role play, which obviously this one is marked as role play. Um, they have them like one is for like meeting place, and then you have another one for a different kind of setting, and they just mark them all with the same name, which I guess is helpful, especially for those if you have a really big uh, community and you want to kind of differentiate yours between, you know, from someone else's. I'm trying to figure out what's being used for this little, I don't know if those are the purple rock arches or what. Kind of looks like it, but I'm not sure. It also looks like some kind of weird strain rib thingy. Yeah, the Taurine Nacho Forge. I swear that's what that looks like. It's the same way with the bubbling cauldron. It looks like nacho cheese. I'm not sure what it's supposed to. I guess it could represent some kind of lava thing, but it looks like nacho cheese to me. Just need some giant Doritos and you're good to go. Okay, I think that was it there, but I think I saw some stairs or something over here. Yes. Oops, you're ready to punch some wrong buttons there. And that's the taurine sword just sunk in. A lot of people like using that in fun ways other than just a sword. This isn't very comforting. Guess there's a hunter around. It's even got, oh, got the little babies too. That's just sad. Okay, now we saw the really fancy brick-a-bridges from the previous plot, which if you're lucky enough to get a hold of those, definitely use them. But this is a way you can still make a nice rope bridge using the ones you get straight from the vendor, and then adding pillars, or I've seen folks use fence posts and such to kind of end it off so it's not just kind of hanging out there. And it works just as well. I mean, it's still nice looking. It gives us such a pretty glow. Not much light, but the glow is pretty. Again, the snowy hills. The poor man's version of the massive umbrella tree. Oh, they just got all these little nooks and crannies here. Look, they got the sword in the stone. So I guess if you rip those out, you become the ruler of this little plot. And just look how that they really done a great job on all these elevation bits. There's that celestial root thing being used as kind of like an archway. I guess I come at this from a different direction. Leave it to me to come at it backwards. But look at that. Isn't that just awesome how that just goes up and up and up? And it really, you just kind of forget that you're on somebody's plot. It feels like part of the world out here. And that's when you know a builder has done a good job, when you kind of forget that you're on someone's plot. Here's a nice little waterfall pond type of thing. I have no idea if there's actually a bunker house. Did you happen to find one, Maddie? This here, I suspect it's the cellar entrance. It has a really dark shadow to it, but it could be something else being used as like the hole there. Same way here. It's a nice way of creating a little extra without doing anything. Behind the waterfall. A cave behind the waterfall. Which waterfall? Let me go back through here. There's like so many waterfalls. Okay, waterfall, waterfall. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. You can kind of see it straight through the thing. See, I'm so unobservant today. Oop, here we go. Ah, so they got it like hidden within you got it blacked out except for the little part on the door. That's nifty. And see, you don't even feel like you're in the house. You just feel like another little cave. Wow. Really tiny too. All the comforts of home. Got the plushies, and notice I'm panning over the walls just in case I miss a hidden door or something. So think about it. They have 2,500 decor that they could spend on the interior, and this is what they did with it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's interesting to see. This is a perfect case of where the person would probably prefer to dedicate all of that interior limit to the outside so that they can expand even more and add more detail on the exterior, because obviously that's where their focus was. And just think, 2,500 items for the exterior, and look what they've done with it. It's just astounding. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Maddie's saying that probably blocked off except for their RP sessions, which is very likely. Because it just seems kind of, huh, what? There's nothing here? What's the deal? But I think that's a good argument for being able to have the flexibility to say, hey, I only want to use 300 on the interior and the rest for the exterior. I think a lot of people would love that flexibility. Well, I'm hoping I found everything. Let's see. I don't think we've been over here. This so fits into this little thing. Let's see. Looks like there's a little hidden spot here. Look how they went through the trouble of making this little, I don't know what you call those, supports. So we've got a little mine track here. And look at the track. I've seen other tracks that, they've used like metal planks and 2x4s and everything. A ladder. How easy is that? Got a little bit of moss coming in. Guess there's a little bit of water. But I love how they've added in all of these supports and things. It really makes it look just like a mine. Yep, here's some water leaking through that support there. Gonna have a cave in sometime. Wow, look at all that dynamite. Something I never use is dynamite. I use it as everything but. I've used it as hair and sprinkles on my ice cream. Wow, this is pretty crazy here. See a bit of, I think that's one of the new bush type things. Make a good prison. It's a really pretty nice little deal. That's just a thinker head there. And that's one of those purple rock arches. Wow, my camera's just going nuts because it doesn't know what to do. Huh. Well, I wonder if I could get to the to this from up there. Like I fall in from that little gap. I don't know where that is though. In the back corner. See if we can go find that. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, well, it's a role play plot, so I'm sure who knows what they do out here. I mean, clearly it looks like they're gonna blast and do some mining. There's a little, like some old ruins. And then they've got that house, and then of course the tower. There's all sorts of, I mean, you could just come out here and find a little corner and have a little meeting or something. Do some hunting. Okay, where? Is this it? That looks questionable down there. Looks different from the view that I had from below. I don't think this is the same one. I'm gonna take the jump. Oh, it is. Okay. Wow. It looks totally different from below. There you go. Kind of reminds me of the Goonies for some reason. a really lovely plot, as are all the plots we visit. It's something for everybody. You know, if you're into space, maybe this one isn't for you, but the next one we visit will be. You know, who knows? Okay, so did I go to everything now? Again, this is probably one of those plots you could visit a few times and find something else that you didn't spot the first time. I'm going to see if I can go all the way up here. See if there's anything I missed. That was the bridge we crossed. Going to that other location, so I think that's it. Really interesting stuff. Again, you know, we have a lot of builders that love playing with height, layers. You know, you start off at the bottom, you come up to the top, and you go back down, and you go around. This is a good example how to do that. Don't be like me and just keep everything flat. It's too common. Okay, so that's Dameluka Dusterstrunk's plot, Macalania Gorge. Off to the next one.